against corrupt judges. Nobody's above the law, LSK tells Ruto during demo and pro-Palestinian rally held outside the ICJ.
Iqra 3 p.m. news begins now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. 3 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Welcome to Iqra News. My name is Ramla Abdi. Chief Justice Martha Koome has reiterated that they will only act on allegations of corrupt judges once they are channeled through the right institutions. She said the allegations should be backed with evidence and not on blanket statements being made without any proof. She called out the government for what she said was disrespecting constitutional order. She made the remarks at the Milimani Law Courts as CRJ Ann Ahmadi retired from office. Going further, the Chief Justice said the Commission is ready to process any complaints leveled against any judge or judicial officer who is implicated in corruption or any other acts of misconduct. Koome on January 3rd said the judiciary will continue to protect the sanctity of the Constitution. The CJ reminded judges and judicial officers that judicial authority is safeguarded under Article 160, which they should live up to.
We are ready to process any complaints against any judge or judicial officer who is implicated in corruption or in any other acts of misconduct. However, such complaints must be launched and processed in the manner prescribed by the Constitution. Days are gone when judicial officers were hounded out of office through name-calling and shaming.
Meanwhile, members of the Law Society of Kenya, including former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, held demonstrations outside the Supreme Court chanting "Ruto must go" as they protested against the remarks made by the president regarding the judiciary. The members demanded that the authority and independence of the judiciary must be acknowledged and protected. Early this month, President William Ruto accused the judiciary of teaming up with cartels to stall his legacy projects. The utterances made on January 2nd have elicited reactions from several associations allied with the law practitioners. The utterances created an uproar with members of the public and the legal community calling out President Ruto, saying his utterances amount to attack on the independence of the third arm of government. The march kicked off at the Supreme Court in Nairobi and was up to proceed onto Parliament buildings before climaxing at the office of the President. The demonstrations were also held in Siaya.
This cannot just be accepted. Therefore, Chief Justice Martha Koome and your team, we want to say as Law Society that we stand in solidarity. We are not even here to ask you to issue any favorable orders, but just as the President has said, to do the right thing under the law. If this country is not under the rule of law, then it can only mean we are under the jungle law, and that cannot happen. That's why our parents have spent so much money to get such cream of learned lawyers and other professions as well.
And immediate former Chief Registrar of the Kenya Judiciary, Ann Ahmadi, has acknowledged some of the challenges and successes the judiciary faced during her tenure. Speaking during her exit ceremony presided by Chief Justice Martha Koome, Ahmadi said the judiciary faced backlog issues, challenges in the implementation of innovative case management systems, and streamlining procedures. Ahmadi noted that the judiciary has weathered the storm of misconduct and perception of misconduct, upholding the high levels and standards of integrity and accountability. She further thanked judges and judicial officers who have dispensed justice with wisdom, humility, impartiality, diligence, and commitment. Ahmadi leaves office after 10 years of service. Ahmadi has held the position of Chief Registrar since January 2014. Ahmadi is the only registrar who has sworn in two heads of state, former President Uhuru Kenyatta in 2017 and President William Ruto in 2022. And in other news, the Orange Democratic Movement ODM party has expressed concerns about the life and safety of its national vice chairperson and Kisii Governor Simba Arati following repeated violence attacks perpetrated by known persons in broad daylight. The party's Secretary General Edwin Sifuna said that the attacks are being perpetrated by what appears to be tactic support and collaboration with elements in the security forces. The outrage came days after people associated with National Assembly Chief Whip Silvanus Osoro allegedly disrupted a bursary distribution meeting at Nyakembene in Boikanga Ward, South Mugirango, leading to the tear gassing of the crowd, shooting of 4 people and injuries to many others. The bursary distribution was presided over by Osoro's political nemesis, Arati. Sifuna demanded that the Inspector General of Police, Japheth Kome, immediately transfer the Kisii Police County Commander Charles Kase and other top security officers in the county.
At Kisii Police, Central Police Station, and the OB number is here, which we have provided to Mr. Kimwele, the OCPD, and he says the matter is under investigation. We take note of the loud silence of the CS in charge of national security, Honorable Kindiki, and the Inspector General of Police, and the entire security apparatus. Their policy appears to be see no evil and hear no evil. It is this silence, coupled with the fact that no action whatsoever has been taken either against Honorable Osoro.
And Migori Governor Ochilo Ayako has responded to the letter written to the Controller of Budget about the misappropriation of funds in Migori County. While addressing the press at the county official residence, Ochilo outlined the budget management was in line with the Public Finance Management Act and the Controller of the Budget who compiles the financial reports. This comes amidst the claims expressed through a January letter by Migori Senator Eddie Okech to the Controller of Budget, raising concerns about the transparency and accountability of Migori County's budget management. The letter by Senator Eddie Okech raised concerns about the amount attributed to domestic travel and sustenance allowance, noting it as high and alarming. The report had sparked questions about fiscal responsibility, prompting the governor's direct response. Ochilo, however, clarified his stance on the matter, giving an assurance to the public that the letter was aimed at seeking clarification and ensuring that the financial resources are allocated efficiently for the benefit of the county. And brace yourselves for a rainy weekend, the Kenya Meteorological Department has said. According to the weatherman, isolated storms and heavy rainfall will be felt in parts of the highland east of Rift Valley, including Nairobi. Regions south of the Rift Valley, parts of the coastal strip, and southeastern lowlands will also experience precipitation. The Meteorological Department added that Isiolo and Samburu counties may experience rainfall from today to Monday. Last week, the Nairobi County government was forced to deploy emergency response teams to Kithongoro and Mukuru areas to mitigate the damage caused by the heavy rains recorded in different parts of the country. In a statement on X, the county administration revealed that the Nairobi County Rapid Response Team was presently assessing the scope of the damage caused by the rains. The intense rains disrupted normalcy, engulfing streets, with some businesses forced to shut down temporarily. Motorists and commuters similarly found themselves stranded due to the impassable roads, which halted transportation in different parts of the city.
On to the international news.
And moving forward to matters international news is that pro-Palestinian activists from all over Europe and many parts of the world have camped outside the International Court of Justice for a second day now, where the case against Israel is underway. They say they stand with South Africa and they do not believe the state of Israel when it says that it is not harming civilians. They accuse the world powers, including the US, UK, and others, who stand with Israel for standing with genocide, in their words. There is a lot of solidarity here. There is a charged environment with people making speeches. There are men, women, children, and the elderly who have been braving the freezing temperatures, but they are all here to say that they support the in support of the South African case. They support the people of Gaza and say that while all of them and all this is happening, children are continuing to die in Gaza. And with that story marks the end of our bulletin this afternoon. For more on this and other stories, do join us at 6 p.m. for another bulletin in Swahili. My name is Ramla Abdi. Jum'ah Mubarak.